Are you sure
Hey
about that?
everybody,
Talking
as
Points
promised,
movie
I
list.
made a list of movies from the 80s and the 90s that you can use in different ways to talk to your kids about different issues that you're concerned with. This list includes movies like Say Anything. It's an excellent opportunity to talk with your kid about parent illegal activity and them ultimately getting incarcerated. Dirty Dancing. It's a great time to talk about statutory rape. Or even something like Malcolm X. You could talk about unrecognized genius with West Indian Archie. Also, there's a few movies I really want to focus and emphasize on. One, Spotlight. It's a movie about the Catholic Church and the covering up of the pedophilia. Two, Unbelievable. It is a Netflix movie that talks about a girl who alleged a rape and then recanted it and trying to determine whether it ever really happened. Fruitvale Station. It's a movie about the death of a young man in 2009 who was trying to help someone and was killed by the police in the process. Central Park 5. This is a story about 5 young men just being kids who got mistakenly identified as raping someone and then railroaded and had to spend a lot of time behind prison. These things are very, very real. They're very graphic, but they're also very good for important conversations. Another thing is Kids Behind Bars. It constantly shows examples of kids just making bad kid decisions that in many cases has resulted in them losing their life or losing the use of outside. Movies about cults. That is very, very good because it really talks to you about the gullibility of not just kids but adults and listening to your child's thinking about it. Those are very, very good. And last but not least, there is a series on Netflix called Black Mirror. If you are not advanced proficient, just keep scrolling on this part because Black Mirror is out of control. It is an absolute insane series, but there's so much that you can talk to your kid about. And chances are your kid has already watched it. But again, I cannot emphasize enough. Watch this before you show it to your kids. You do not want to be surprised and you don't want to be caught off guard about what you're exposing them to or what they've been exposed to. Everything you're exposing your child to in this particular time, as we're working through this, is intentional. So if it is something bad, you are going to go back and you're going to clean it up. And you're going to make sure that your child hears what you think about it and how you think they should be receiving this material. Anyway, we're going to keep it going. Enjoy. And hopefully this gives you some perspective so that when you're watching any old thing on TV, you start to look at it differently and you start to look for opportunities to engage your child. I'll holla back.